Hey there, welcome to the workshop. In today's video, we're going to do something a little different. You know, sometimes DIY isn't always just building something. Sometimes it might be restoring something. So I'm going to take this old end table and restore it. The main part of this thing that needs restoring is the top. So I'm going to show you and walk you through the steps that I'm going to take to fix this and bring it back to life. So stick around. Okay, so my initial examination of this piece is really not in that bad of shape, but it has a little bit of wobble to it, but not enough for me to really be considered or concerned about at all. But there are some parts where the veneer is popping off on this top, so we'll reattach that, and we'll go ahead and strip the top off of this nasty old finish. And I'm going to avoid using any really strong sanding devices, so I'm going to do this all by hand and using card scrapers and some chemicals to remove the finish that's already there. Okay, this next day I'm going to check on this veneer and see how this turned out. Looks pretty good. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this tabletop and I'm going to use a card scraper and some sandpaper and try to get off as much of the polyurethane finish that was left on this. And it is very flaky. It's just coming off real easily. So it shouldn't really take a whole lot. And then we'll see what the wood looks like underneath. And I may just need to apply maybe one coat of some red mahogany stain. I'm going to take some shellac and use that as a sealer and let that dry for about 20 minutes, and then I'll come back, lightly sand it, and we'll apply a coat of red mahogany stain to it. Okay, the shellac is completely dried, and I'm just going to put one coat of this red mahogany on this just to bring back some of the red tones that have kind of gotten lost from the taking the old finish off of here. Okay, so this is completely dry. It looks great. One of the things that I noticed is on the edge there's a lot of wear marks, and what I'm finding to be the best solution is to just dab a paper towel into the stain and just use it as a rub-on and just try to buff that out. I'm not going to completely try to fix that 100%. Just going to rub in some more dye, and then what I'm going to do is put some water-based polyacrylic on it
from Minwax, and that'll give a really good coating on this. I'm going to probably do 2 or 3 coats of that and sand in between with 220 grit sandpaper. While the stain is drying, I'm going to go ahead and reattach these back to it. Off camera, I ended up refinishing this. I wanted to make sure what I was doing was going to work, and it worked out magically. Looked really good. So this is ready for some of this water-based polyurethane. I'm going to put 1 layer on it, let it dry, give it a coat, give it a sanding with 220, and then we'll do probably 2 more coats and sanding in between each one. And one thing to always keep in mind when you're doing something with a nice finish, use a good brush. Don't use those cheap chip brushes. They just aren't as good as a nice brush that you can buy in the store. Okay, now that this is all dry from all my touch-ups, I'm going to spray it with a little light coat of shellac just to seal it and to seal the new part that has the stain in it.
Okay, my next step is I'm going to slip this on here first and not glue it, just so that I'll have the ability to move it around once I put this on, because it's got to be exactly perpendicular to it. So this has 2 holes for screws. It's neatly lined up, and I'm going to put glue on this and to put the screws back on, and then we'll take the top, flip this upside down, screw that to the top again, and then we'll set the bottom where it needs to actually be.
Okay guys, so this project is completely done, and I couldn't be more thrilled about this than I am. The top of this really has turned out spectacular. It looks phenomenal, and just really happy with it. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below any suggestions you would do, or if there's anything that you learned from this video that you can apply to something else. So guys, thank you for watching this video. I'll see you next one. Thanks for watching.